Hey, hello. Thought I'd do a little copper melt today. Got me a new silicone ingot mold and made me up a couple resin ingots, and got one ready to go there. I'm running low on Petrobond. I made 3 ingots up, and my calculations are correct. About 2 ounces of resin will equal about a pound of copper for the volume. So I made one mold with 2 ounces of resin, one with 4, and then this one here had 6. So this should be pretty close to 3 pounds, a 3-pound ingot. And it's a dragon eye, which I'll probably put the picture of it on for thumbnail. And I've got roughly 5 pounds of copper in the crucible. So I was going to set a piece of cardboard down in there, but I forgot to cut one, so we'll just go ahead and do it anyway. That looks pretty good right there. You need to put some more rigidizer on there a little bit, which I've got some in the house, so that won't be a problem. Okay, I'll get the glove on and we'll fire this puppy up. I've already got the propane bottle turned on, so yeah, I think I'll keep the flame kind of low for a few minutes. Just let everything warm up in there. And then we'll crank it up. As I'm running short on Petrobond, what I'll have to do is pour this one and then open the mold up, get the Petrobond, take it in there and finish up the other one, but I can be melting the copper while that's going. So the second pour, I'll go ahead and just melt this 5-pound ingot down. Now the ground out here isn't real level where I'm at. So I made this little self-leveling board here. About these little pieces that pound in on the bottom, and then you got the feet, and you got a 1/4 bolt in there, so I can adjust those instead of having to keep shimming up the table. So of course for the sand cast, being level is not going to matter, or the levelness will be in the ingots for whatever's left over. Okay, we got liquid metal. We'll go ahead and get this poured. worked out. I see flame coming out the 3 little vent holes. So hopefully everything worked out good there. Set this in there and get it melting. And then I'll take care of everything else. Flame's coming through to the wood, so I wonder if it tried to separate a little bit. Go ahead and quench those real fast. I don't really have to take it apart. Well, I'm going to take it apart, be the best way for cleaning up, getting all the ash out of it, the burnt stuff. Well, it just fell through, so oh well. Guess I won't. Let's get this out of here. Nice and red hot. Stuff's so hot it just wants to keep burning. That oil. I had to pour the blank for this out of resin, and then I had to do some doctoring, filling in and doing a little grinding with the Dremel. Okay, I still got trying to get as much of that sand off of there. Boiling nicely over here. Yeah, now to stop boiling. So, yeah, that black stuff on top, some of that burnt petrol bond I had, and I tried adding 2-cycle oil to it, and I think it's way too wet. So, I don't know if that's going to work out or not. May try to, I don't know if I'll try to mix that in a little bit with some of the other, but we'll see, I guess. So, still didn't have quite enough to fill it all the way up. That's why I tried the other petrol bond, but I think we're ready to pour. So I'll get my gloves. Hope this pour comes out as good as the last one. Last one did pretty good. Thinking about taking those resin blanks, the positives, and putting them on the belt sander, kind of sand a little bevel to them, It's a little challenging trying to pull it out of the sand when it's got vertical sidewalls on it. Yeah, I think I forgot to put vent holes in this one, so I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. Yeah, I got a thin, stiff wire I usually stick through there for some big little air vents. And I forgot to do it this time. Almost want to spray a little water on there, cool it down. Or I only put about a gallon of water in here. Okay, got the single here. We'll go ahead and cut the sprue off. Okay, we're back. Got a new disc on here. The Go Yonders. I buy these in lots of 50 for about $27. And a couple videos ago I told you guys I was going to check and see if they had them in smaller quantities. They do. They have them in lots of 25 and I think lots of 10. So if you don't want to put out a whole $27 and get 50 of them, you can get 10 or 25. And they're in my Amazon affiliate store, so just follow the link below the video. Main thing I'm trying to do is keep this little retainer piece from hitting the detail on the top. I'll take a flap disc and clean all that up later. Plus I got the couple little pin vents here, and see this side here needs cleaning up. So it needs a little cleanup all the way around. Okay. Okay, something to pick it up with. I know it's hot, that little piece. Yeah, I got quite a bit to... Ooh, that's pretty warm. I still got a bit there to trim off. Now, this one I'm thinking is going to be roughly 3 pounds, so we'll zoom around over here. Now we can see it. Well, guess it's not as heavy as I thought. 2 pound 1 ounce. That's not too shabby. The thing is, let me put put my glove on because that is kind of warm. I took this to the wire wheel on the bench grinder a little bit ago. So, and I still have to put, you know, like I say, take the flap disc to it, clean up the edges, and then I'll put the black wax on there, and then we'll see what it looks like when I get that part done. But I'm going to go ahead and clean up the other one real quick, and then I'll take flap disc to them. Okay, I'm going to start cleaning up with the flap disc. It's going to get loud, stay loud. Yeah, let's get the other long side on this. Yeah, this thin one, no higher than it came up in the mold. That one corner is rounded. Curious what this one here weighs by itself. Ouch. Yeah, that one does weigh 1 pound. 0 ounces, 0.2. 1 pound, 0.2 ounces. So that's 1 pound. I think this is medium. That's 1 pound, 9 ounces, 1.5 pound. That's funny because that's right, I think I went 3 ounces on this one instead of 4. That's right. So this one's got 3 ounces, so that's, I just added an extra ounce. So that's 3 ounces. I'll have to remember that. I was thinking 1, 2, and or 2, 4, and 6. I think this is area on the mold I fill it in with UV resin. If I double those molds of the positives, and that'll clean that up. So there's that corner on the other one that went rounded on the thin one, 1-pounder. Okay, I already had this one here is nice and warm, so I went ahead and put the black wax on here, and this one's still warm. I got the thinnest one in the oven, toaster oven right now, warming up. This wax works a lot better if it's hot or a little bit warm, and the wax will melt, get down in there good. And as it cools off, then you can start wiping it. Kind of as it starts, hardening, and I'm thinking this should throw a lot of contrast because there's so much detail. There's no way I'm going to get down into a lot of these deep crevices with the paper towel. I might go ahead and just do the sides a little bit too, which I'll have to wipe them off. That way if there's any little pits or anything, it'll throw the contrast into the pit. Make it stand out like a sore thumb. And besides, I don't know how well this is going to... If I don't do it on the side, I'll have probably a little bit of this hanging over the side anyway, and then it's not going to look too good. So if I deliberately do the sides, then it might make a difference. Okay, I'm going to go get the... Yeah, since I have a pound, pound and a half, and 2-pound ingot, I was thinking 1, 2, and 3 pound. I don't know why. But I'll probably put the 1 pound at $14.95, and this will be $19.95, and then $24.95. So about $25 for the 2 pounds, 2 pound 1 ounce. I'll have to get a good weight on these and write it down, so when I go to put, I got to come out and get pictures too. Okay, here's what we got right now with taking it to the wire wheel. Go ahead and see if I can't kind of wipe a bunch of this off of this one. You had to do some touch-up work on some of these because some of these scales are left little pockets under it so that when you went to pull it out of the sand, it would pull you know, some of the sand would get up underneath there and then it would mess it up. So I had to doctor up, I think, some of these claws here and some of this over in here, but you really can't tell. I'm not sure how well you can see both of those. I'll try to get them up a little closer. Kind of see a little contrast there. This is nice and shiny, and then this is, of course, you can, once this wax dries, I think you can buff it kind of like fast and quick, and then it'll add a little shine to it. So I'm going to go ahead and get the wax on that one. That one's still pretty warm. They've got some green wax. I'm thinking about ordering one of these days and try it out. Then it would look like it's aged copper, or it's gonna turn green. At least that's what I'm hoping it would look like. Okay, I'm going to let that one sit for a few minutes. Hope I'm not boring you guys. We'll go ahead and see if we can clean this one up a little bit now. That thing's still pretty warm. I think it's going to look good on this. By doing these edges too. Try to get my fingernails and stuff kind of down in some of these crevices. Can't do it really, get it really cleared off, which is good because you don't really want to get it too much. Another thing I did a couple practice molds in the Petrobond, and the iris in there was almost straight up and down, so it was trapping the sand in there, the Petrobond. So when I pulled it up, it would come up with it. So I took the Dremel, the needle, a diamond point, and kind of went in there and just kind of gave it a little bit of a bevel. Gave it a little bevel so that it would release from the Petrobond a little better. I didn't want to pack it full of baby powder. I didn't think that would do me any good. And I think that's going to be about it. I just have to turn a few more lights on and get some good lighting. Try to get a good background and get some weights and get some pictures. So, there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. I got another mold similar to this on order. These are actually soap molds that I get, and then I just pour it with epoxy resin and make my positive. Like I said, with this one, I did a lot of little doctoring on it to get it to where it's going to work right. And I thought it'd be pretty good because they make a nice good thick ingot. People like buying copper ingots, so this is kind of a decorative copper ingot. So it's good for the stackers or paperweights. Make great gifts. So like I say, a pound, pound and a half, that's 2 pounds 1 ounce. So and I could actually get a little more resin in that mold. I could go a little thicker, but I think this is good. So we're going to call that good, and I want to remind everybody about the Amazon affiliate link. So I think on the link will have different things. One's going to be resin, working with resin, and I don't have them in there yet, but I can put the molds in there, and or you just search for it on Amazon. And that's it. So hey, thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next video. So I hope you enjoyed. Bye bye.